So you're asking me about how I started the violin, right?
What
Yeah,
inspired? What
yeah, I would
inspired
say my
you?
sister actually inspired me because she was the first person. She
Mm.
was the first person to start in my family. Then after which I saw other people playing and I was so in love with it when I studied because my sister started I think she started with cello. You know the cello, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
so
sure, I do. I think that takes the tenor part of the
what?
strings. I said the cello takes the tenor part of the strings instrument.
Yeah, no, bass actually. Bass. Viola does the tenor part
Okay,
mostly. Yeah. Yeah,
okay,
so it was basically my sister that inspired
okay.
me. Yeah, my other sister was the first in the family.
Mm.
And she paved way for every one of us. So I have my other brother that plays the violin too. I have my junior sister that plays the guitar. So all of us in our family
Wow.
we've actually played like one instrument, even though some of them don't play now. Like everybody has actually played an instrument before. So it's like it's in the family.
Oh. And your parents consented
Of
to
course,
that.
after my sister though, after my sister did all the you know
So she
she
actually,
went through
let's say she
she
actually.
went through a lot, trust me. She went through a lot. She went through a lot. She went through a lot. She went through
Mm.
a lot. But I'm glad she
So
did it for us.
I, really-
I did have to go through it.
I, I say I really envy your family though.
Thank you. Yeah.
Because having a family that has this bond of music in Nigeria, it is rare you see families like that. Because our mentality in this country is our parents is either they choose a particular profession for us. I don't, because we believe that people who do music are beggars,
As
and they feel
like
like there's no
seriously,
money in music.
I feel that orientation is changing right now. Like parents will
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
literally
yeah,
tell
yeah.
and support their child to go and study music. I didn't study music in school, honestly. And I would
I'm still coming to that. I'm still coming to that. I'm still
all right, no problem.
because going through
What?
going through your profile, I said, going through your profile, I was like, what is this? God, this lady is just a bunch of talent. Like, how? So I'm trying to imagine how your home is gonna look like. It's gonna be a music
No,
home.
like it's not even negotiable, man. It's not negotiable. It's not negotiable.
It's
Yeah.
not negotiable. It's just we just need to keep spreading it around, spreading it around. Okay, so we believe that music has no gender, and any gender could go into music. You're a male, you're a female, you're free, but it's so very obvious that the gender in this country usually precede the talent. So we believe that you can do better if you are a male. You can do better if you are a male handling this particular. We believe that there's some instrument that is actually meant for a
Yeah.
particular gender. This ones can do express. So what do you feel about that? What do you see to that?
Like honestly, I
To
would
that?
say I grew up to actually meet that too. I feel number one factor is because our culture is not really the one that supports music, especially Western instruments and all those things. It's just now that people are getting to do it. And right from the time I've known anything, whenever I see a pianist, it's always a guy. Whenever I see an instrument, it's always a
Mm,
guy. So I feel
mm.
it's just it has been like a norm. I don't know. It's more
And
peculiar to Nigerians because over there abroad, in fact, especially for violin,
any
girls are the ones doing these things. Because when I traveled last South Africa for music workshop, like I was seeing like female everywhere on like Nigeria as to what I was used to here. Like whenever I go for an event or anything, I'm literally mostly the only lady there. And people keep asking, why the only
mm,
girl? Why the only girl? Why? But I get that a lot, and I'm still getting it safe. So it's not another factor I feel is while I was growing up, there were a couple of people female that I usually look up to that played instruments,
mm.
and they were so vibrant and everything. But when that gets when the
Versatile.
factor of marriage when marriage sets in, I feel like there's another factor that make women just drive away from playing instruments because as an instrumentalist, honestly, it requires a lot. You can have a
Mm,
gig that requires you to stay overnight somewhere. You can have a gig, an impromptu, anything. So imagine you have a child and you have a
Child.
child and you have to stay somewhere overnight. Even if you do it once, okay, you can be forgiven for that. But if it's frequent, like it starts, yeah, it starts
Foreign,
to
real.
affect. So that's another issue that actually make women not even feel like participating in playing instrument, because because you have to dedicate your time to your family. But I feel that is changing now, and I feel one of the reasons might be because probably when you marry someone who understands what you're doing, right?
And
You
yes,
marry a musician, he would definitely understand. So imagine as a female musician, you marry someone who is a 9 to 5 person, like that works. So you wouldn't want to understand that. Why would you come home? Why would you be away?
the
So
home late.
it's literally a lot. So if you are deciding to do this thing, then you have to consider other factors too. Like while I was growing up, I didn't see myself studying, like wanting to do music as a full time stuff. In fact, until like
Yeah.
few years back. No, you said we're
Mm.
coming back to what I said. So let me not talk about that yet. So another factor I feel is as a lady, playing instruments might deprive you of a lot in terms of fashion.
Yeah.
For example, you want to play the violin. I've never fixed my nails before, and I won't be able to fix my nails because you can't play the instrument and say you want to fix your nails. Do you understand? For a wind player and for someone
I
that
get
plays
you.
the flute, you can't wear makeup, you can't wear lip gloss, you can't wear all those things.
You know, we were talking about that before, about makeup. You know, we are
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about that.
you can't wear all those things. You can't wear lip gloss, and you want to look good. So there was a time
Mm.
I was at a program. Then a lady was like, "Oh, I love the way you play. I would love to play too." And this one, that one. Then and her nails were super long. So I answered that, well, I think if you want to
Mm.
play, first you have to get rid of it. They said no, never. That she can't do that.
Ah,
So you have to sacrifice. I feel like as a female, you have to sacrifice a lot than guys. I don't know. And men are the Olori of the house. Do you understand? So they can be more like flexible when it comes to time. But I'm happy with what is
mm.
going on right now, because I feel all these things are changing. Like the orientation of everything is
Yeah.
actually changing. Like before, you can't honestly, if they had told me I'm going to be saying I want to study music and all, I would deny it. Really, I would really deny. So there are a couple of factors affecting women, but I don't feel it's enough. I don't feel it's enough. I just feel women should still try. Should still try, man. So
Yeah. 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 And we shouldn't give up
yeah,
because one thing I see about we females is that when we do things, I mean things that the other gender does, it makes us different and give us more respect. People see us and like,
yeah.
I love the
We
way
have
you do
more
your things.
we
We
have
want
more advantage as
bigger
women,
advantage.
but
Yes,
it's the
bigger advantage.
commitment. Honestly, it's the commitment.
Mm,
It's the commitment.
yeah.
Like I've not really been in a female band for long. In fact, it's just recently I happened to be in a female band. Like honestly, I was super happy because everyone
Yeah. I think
everyone like
Aisha
it's
sings,
the
right?
first time, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
and the ladies, they didn't understand my joy, because I've wished for something like this. Like you really find
Mm,
female. Okay, if you find, you really find that I'm committed and I'm good. Do you understand? So
yeah.
there was time I had to set up a female ensemble and stuff. Like honestly, at the point I was frustrated, and it actually made me to feel like, man, there's still gaps that needs to be filled. Like there's still
It needs to
missing
be
gap, and
filled. Yep.
actually it's actually part of my vision. Like to grow more female instrumentalists. And fortunately for me, my students, I have more female. I feel like it's just like a part. So I still have a long way to do all those things, but it's one of my vision actually to do that. So I just wish we would do better, honestly. We would do better. And
Yeah.
sometimes guys don't help, honestly, because they have this orientation. They make you feel like, no, you can't be doing this. Like,
This inferiority
yes,
there, this
I've
inferiority is
experienced it
there.
before. I've experienced it severally, honestly. I've experienced it
Mm,
severally, but I felt like I took it the other way, rather than seeing it as a way of discouraging me. I felt like, why I'm a female does not mean I can't play these things. I should also be able to do it. So I took it like as a challenge to myself. So
Like a
there were quite a few
challenge
things
to
that challenging, but I've actually experienced that kind of thing before. Like they will literally look and be like, "No, you can't, you can't until you not play." Be like, "Wow, you're so good!" Like they literally don't expect that you can do it. Honestly, I've experienced it before. I have experienced it before. I've experienced it before. I have.
wow.
I
Wow.
have. I have.
I must confess, I'm really enjoying this. I really enjoyed it. It's really amazing. I can imagine. I can imagine. And you know, if you don't have this self-esteem, it brings you down.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you, it brings you down when you do things like that, and you be like, well,
Yeah,
let me just leave it
that's
to
the
the other
part I
gender
love
to
about,
do
because
it.
when I started the violin, we're like a clique of 8 when we started together. And out of the 8, we're like
Mm,
6 girls. In fact, there was like a boy. I think there was a boy or 2 boys or something. But right now, like the ladies, they don't play anymore. They don't play. Like
mm,
out of the clique, I can say I'm literally the only one that still plays. That still
till
plays.
date.
Because I started back in 2007. So right from there, so when we started, there was this lady that we usually actually compete. She was very good. She was very good.
Mm,
Yes, she was very good.
back then.
So we were like always competing, but friendly competition. Like our teacher then would give us something to play. So like we'll give it 2 of us, and and anyone that gets it first will be the one to perform and all. So we actually like together. But right now she doesn't play anymore, and she's married. She's
Wow,
married.
wow. You can
So
imagine
I
a
feel like
talent being wasted
marriage
like
has a lot
that.
of factors to play in women not
I
women
tell
not playing
you, I
instruments,
tell you,
and also men themselves.
I tell you.
Yeah.
Marriage is a whole lot of things. It's a whole lot. It's a big whole lot of things. It's a big whole lot of things. So okay, so I just want you to just I know you've gone through some experiences and you're sharing some with us and I'm enjoying it. So maybe some experiences you've been through in this moving from one. I mean touring. Let me call it touring. Let me call it touring. Touring from different places, from one gig to the
Yeah.
other. Maybe the good and the bad experiences. Just
Yeah.
let's
Okay.
know.
Let me see. I've had quite a lot of experiences, like lovely experiences, mostly honestly, because like right from when I was young, I was just fortunate, and I feel like God has been with me all this while. So like
Yeah.
my early stage on the violin was very very interesting to me, because I got complimented. Like I felt like I was making progress, and I was seeing reward and all those things. So I literally got gained scholarship while I was very young, and that scholarship like sponsored me throughout my secondary
Mm.
school, even to university. I remember while I was
Wow.
10 years old, I did a solo in Unilag, and the vice chancellor said then even offered to give me a scholarship. So I feel like I had a good motivation from the start. So when I
Mm.
started in less than a year, at least I was already playing. Like honestly, I just felt like violin was for me. Was for me. Then I also
I
put
tell
my
you,
mind into it,
it's
and
you.
I was also like I was
Oh,
actually like very 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 favored. So I've had a couple of experiences, like when you play, people come back to you. Oh my god, like I love the way you play. Can you teach my daughter? I would love to learn to. Can I invite you for my program? Like when you start getting compliments like that, it's like gives you like confidence to keep going. Like okay, people are actually seeing what you're doing. People are actually watching. Like I get it a lot in my DM, and I'm actually very very grateful for that. In fact, there was a program I
mm.
had, women's program, that was in February. Was it February or March? So I was
This year, right?
sorry.
I saw. I think this year, right?
Like women's stuff.
I think I saw it. I think I
Yeah,
saw it. I saw
so
it.
I was actually
I
meant
think
to
I saw it.
serenade people, like the guests, arrival of guests and all. While I was playing, in fact, this woman, I was so shocked. Like she was actually blind. She couldn't see. But she was drawn by my playing, and she even had to tell someone to walk out to where I was playing. Like literally had to touch me. Like wow, like I love your sound. Like when you told me that, like I felt like I felt good. I felt good. And she was
Wow.
there and dancing. And one of the things as a performer is is trying to connect with your listeners, like the audience and all. So when she came and she was like, I felt really appreciated. Like if I just had to do that and go home that day, I would have been fulfilled that day, honestly. Like I
I can
felt
imagine.
fulfilled, and that's one of the reasons why I'm still even doing music, because I feel like there are a lot of people that will be impacted. Do you understand? Like you get like it's just I'm
I
just so
get.
grateful, honestly. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. So beautiful experiences, trust me. Yeah. Cheers. You said bad experience. Ah,
Yeah.
like
Every sweet thing has its bitter
ah.
part. You know, every sweet every sweet thing has its bitter part.
Well, the only bad experience I would say I've had is probably due to the fact that people don't know. Maybe if I go to a new place, for example, I'm invited and maybe to play amongst guys, you get this look of like, who is this? Like, why
Hmm.
did they bring, who's this one? Like, until you now play, I'm like, wow, they now start coming to you. I'm like, oh, I love the way, like, that's actually like bad. I've experienced that a couple of times, but I'm used to it now. So, but I'll be like, just wait until you hear me play. So don't worry, don't worry. So I've gotten used to.
You don't judge a book by
What?
I said you don't judge a book by its cover,
Thank
except
you.
you
I
go
get
into
that
the
a lot.
content.
So and that's why I said that actually
Mm,
some men they contribute to women being discouraged in playing the violin, say violin, any instrument actually, because they want to make you feel like you should be here. No, this is not for you. Some,
mm,
not all, definitely. So
mm.
that
Yes,
so
somehow.
that's just it.
Uh, yeah, I get you. So I was, I know you are a big talent, I must confess.
Oh,
Because when I checked through your
yeah.
profile and I saw accounting, I was like, how? And I was not shocked with that alone. I saw first class. I was like, is this getting jazz? Like, is she using jazz?
Man. No.
How able to combine? Because for me, I feel like when you know that, okay, you said something. You said you never knew you were going to do music as
Yeah.
a full time. So I want to assume maybe that was why you went to study accounting. Maybe I'm right or
Actually, like,
wrong.
can I come in, or you're still asking questions?
Of course, you're coming.
Actually,
You're
like,
coming.
I've loved accounting since I was in secondary school, but
Oh
I
my
didn't love
God!
music any less. Like music has
Wow.
been number one. Like music has paved way for me. Like music has helped me a lot. So actually, the reason why while I was growing up, I didn't want to study music was the orientation of when you get married, you won't be able to do much and all. Like
Mm,
as a woman, you have to be at home. You can't, like, being a musician requires a lot of time, a lot of
I
like
get
you need
demand.
to be able to do. Imagine you are doing that with kids and all, and God forbid you don't have an understanding husband. So I really felt like I don't think I can do music full time. Let me just be doing it by the side, and let me just go and do accounting. So while I was in school, so
Mm,
I feel like I'm actually grateful to God, honestly. Like I feel like anything I do, I have to do it well. If I have this opportunity, then it
mm,
definitely has to be good on nothing else. So that was the orientation I had. That was the mindset I had when I was going into school. So I kept my all into it. I was still doing
mm,
accounting. While I was in school, I went to a private institution whereby you don't have control of your time literally. So the only time I get to play the violin is when I come back from school.
mm,
So while I was still, as at 2016, when I entered the university, I was not thinking of doing music, like studying music. But I haven't even gone to study music anywhere till now. Like all my playing has
mm.
been in church. All my learning has been in church. So even till now, people still ask me, hey, when did you go to Musa? Did you go to Musa? And all. Like, I haven't got to study, but I have plans to study. Like to study now. Now that I know what I want to do. So do you get? So I think I combine the both. I just feel like anything I have to do it well. So I was able to shuffle it, and I didn't have much distraction as a private university too. So anytime I come back from break, that's when I get to react with people. I know. So I felt like I did more of my practicing while I was young, because So imagine being in school and you're not practicing, you're still able to play. So
Mm.
it's not violin was just for me. It's just for me, honestly. It's just for me. Not everybody will be able to cope with such situations. So I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for that. So
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
it's just been a lot, but
I feel like what you said, your foundation really helped
yeah.
you. It really, really, that's why I tell people that, okay, you want to learn an instrument. If you are to get a teacher for your child, please get somebody that is very, very good, because that is the foundation. It matters a lot. It's just like taking a child to a crèche or a pre-nursery, and all of that. You just need to take them to a very better place they can learn it, because we never can tell. Anything might happen on the later on. You might not have the opportunity to take them to a private school, but the understanding, what they've instilled into them at that tender age is going to carry them. And that was what
Yeah.
happened to your
So
kid.
even yeah.
And
So
because
even anytime
I'm
I'm in
listening.
school, like anywhere I'm like music always speaks from. So even in school, people actually relate to me more based on the violin than even my actual accounting. Like Anu
Mm,
violin, in fact Anu V. That's what people
and
call me
about-
in school. So when we
and
have programs, I get invited to play. So like I literally do the two, and I was doing it in a good way. I also learned sax. I don't know if you know that. I also play the sax. So
yeah, I'm still coming back to that
I did
actually.
sax
I'm
in
still
school
coming
too. I did a competition. I was winner of the competition too. So it's just it's just it's just God, honestly. It's just God.
and
Honestly.
like, and like what you said, anything you find yourself doing, do it
Yes,
diligently.
yes.
I mean,
That's my own. I can't afford to do something happy. I rather not
anything.
do it. I rather not do it.
Hmm. Hmm. I love that. I love anything that is worth doing is worth doing well. Just be good at what you do. Just be good. So, looking at how did you come about the saxophone? Like, how did you come about it? Was it because you always have your major and minor instrument? Was that
Saxophone was
what you
from
did or
secondary
what?
school. Where I was in music club in secondary school. So they like it was compulsory to be in music club. You have to play an instrument. So like a curriculum activity and something. So I started with recorder. And after all,
Like
I
you
moved
said that
to
before.
saxophone. But we even got ahead to play in church. So like it didn't take me much time because I feel like learning saxophone is actually based on how well you can play on the recorder. Like you want to learn fast, yeah.
Between doing
So
it
I was
and
playing the recorder. You know, I mentioned that I started with recorder. That was my first instrument.
yes, you did.
Can you hear me? Yeah, that was
Okay,
my
yes, I can
first
hear
thing.
you now.
So when I started sax, so it wasn't too difficult. The only difficulty I had was trying to the breath, like breath control and all. So I started my saxophone career right in secondary school. Then when I got to university too, so I didn't want to go and play any other instrument that I want to take my time because university life is crazy, especially the kind of university I went to. Like your time literally planned. You don't have control over your time. So I was just trying to look for how to make sure
Mm.
that I don't have to other entertainment taking my time. So I went for an instrument that I already at least I was already good at. So
Very good at.
so that was it.
Okay, okay, so let me come to the same gender, uh, female to female. I mean, so how do you have friends? Do you have female friends? Like, and we believe in this country we have a particular mentality. I don't know why. I'm just maybe because we're centered. Our major center
Mm,
is
mm.
Nigeria. We have this. Well, maybe it's part of some persons. It's in us already. We feel like we get jealous, you know, seeing your other female doing exploit, and like how are you able to balance everything with your same gender?
Well, um, first of all, like I have friends, but I don't have much of female friends. And one factor to that might be because I grew up mostly amongst girls, amongst guys.
amongst girls,
like
amongst guys.
while playing
Mm.
instruments, you get to
Like
see your leader
while
is a
playing
guy,
instruments, you get to
your partner
see
you're
your
singing
leader
with is
is
a
the
guy,
guy, your partner
my
you're singing
sibling
with is
too is
guy,
there. Like I actually
my
grew up
sibling too
amongst
is
guys.
there. Like
So I
especially
feel like
for
sometimes
both guys. So
you know
I
having
feel like
much
sometimes
information right now is
you know
amazing because
having
I
much
spend most of my
information right
time
now. It's funny
in
that
music.
I spend most of my time in music.
Like when my friend, oh my friends will be like, wait, I
Like
know,
when my friend
are
also
you
said,
free this Saturday? Let's
like,
hang out and all. Like
I
I'm
used to
not
do
free because I
Saturday,
have to
I'm
go
not
for a program.
I'm not free
So
because
I'm
I have to go
literally
for a
almost
program.
like
So I'm
looking like,
literally
oh, are you the
almost
busiest person in
like
the world and
looking like,
all.
oh, I used to be this person in the world
And still,
and all.
I still have supportive
And
female
still,
friends.
I
Like
still have
definitely
supportive
that they are
female
just very
friends.
very
Like
few,
definitely,
honestly,
just very, very,
just very very
few.
few. And the
Just
part
very,
of
very
they being
And part of
jealous and all.
them
Well,
being jealous
honestly, you
and
don't know the
all.
heart of
Well,
anybody.
honestly, you don't really have the to.
So
Yeah.
even the Bible
Yeah.
says
So
the heart of man is
even the
desperately
Bible says
wicked, and even if you
everybody
don't offend
wicked,
anybody,
and
people are still gonna hate you.
even if
So
you don't offend anybody, people are still gonna hate you.
so I mean, I just have to do what I have to do.
So I
With
mean, this
prayer,
has to be what I
if you
have to
wish me
do.
bad,
With
it's not gonna
prayer,
happen to
you
me.
wish me bad. It's not
Yeah,
gonna happen
so I
to
just have to
me.
do what I have to do. So if you,
Yeah,
it's either
so you
that
just have to do what I have to do. So
you're being supportive or I
you're
don't
being
know.
supportive or I don't know.
I really don't know how I
Yeah,
really
I
don't know how
get
my
you.
friends
So
take
I
it,
really
but
don't know. I
from
really
the
don't know
few
how
friends
my
I
friends
have,
take
they're
it.
very very supportive.
From the few friends I have,
They're
they're very
always
very
there for me.
supportive. Like they're always
Yeah.
there for me.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm you know, I right now I don't know what to say because the fact that you were just dishing out intelligently, you know, it's a whole lot to not everybody. I was talking to somebody about, I said there's a difference between being brilliant and being
Mm.
intelligent. You could be brilliant and you
Mm.
have nothing upstairs to offer. All you just focus on is your academics. But you know, outskirts that when you have things to pour out, you know, that makes you all rounder. So I can imagine, I can see what has helped you in your musical aspect because when somebody has ideas of playing, touching, you know, it will really help
Yeah, I
you
feel like
balance
music
everything.
actually
So
helped
Yeah, I
me.
feel like
Like
music
music helped
actually
me.
helped
Like
me.
I can remember
Like
when I was
music
in
helped
secondary
me.
school,
Like
when I
I
was in
can remember
primary school,
when I was in secondary
I
school, when I was in
was
primary
on
school,
serious
okay.
like I was
academically.
on serious
Like it was so
academically.
bad to the point that
Like
my
it was
mom
so
in
bad to
primary
the
three,
point
she
that
had to bring
my
like
mom in primary three,
come
I
to
had
my
to bring
class,
like
collect my teacher's
come to
key
my
and
class.
flog
So
me in front of
I had my
everybody. That
chest
was the most
and
embarrassing moment
flog
I've
me in
ever
front
had
of
in my
everybody. That was
life.
the most embarrassing moment I've ever had in my
Like
life.
I was super unserious, but
Like
honestly,
I was super
music opened my
serious, but
mind.
honestly, music
So
opened my
when I got to
mind.
secondary school,
Hmm.
So
I had
when I got to
this
secondary school, I had
this feeling of being responsible
this
and
feeling
just
of
taking
being
things
responsible
seriously.
and
The first
just
time I had an
taking
A1
things
in maths,
seriously.
my daddy
The
didn't
first time
even
I
believe
had
it.
an A1 in maths, my daddy didn't believe it.
That was the biggest excuse. So
And
when my
that was the thing.
academical
That was
success
when my
actually started.
academical success
So
actually started.
honestly, I feel bad
So
when parents
I
see
feel bad
music
when parents see
as
music
a distraction.
as a distraction.
Like
Hmm.
you teach some people and they'll
Like
be like, oh,
you teach
I'm
some
sorry,
people and they'll be like,
you
oh,
can't do
I'm
violin
sorry,
because she's having
you
exams.
can't
You
do
can't do
violin
violin
because you're
because she
having
has to
exams.
study,
You can't
and
do violin because you
they
have
see it
to study and
as
they see
distraction.
it
Honestly,
as distraction.
music helped my life.
Honestly, violin, music
Like
helped
it
my
opened my
life.
mind.
Hmm.
But
Like
when
it
I was
opened
in
my
school,
mind. But when I was in
my best
yeah, my best my
subject was
best
mathematics. I think that was
subject
why I
was
even went to do
mathematics.
accounting.
Like that was why I
Like
didn't do
I did
accounting.
well in further math.
Maybe.
I did well in
I did
math
well in
because
foreign math.
imagine you're
I did
sight
well in
reading.
math
Like
because
when you're
imagine
playing
you're
with
like
violin and
reading
you're
like
sight reading,
like
a
when
lot is
you're
going
playing
through
with
your
volume,
mind.
like today, a lot is going through your
Calculating,
mind.
you're
You're
calculating,
trying
you're
to think of the
calculating.
You
notes,
are calculating, you're trying to think of notes,
you're trying to
you're trying
a lot of
to
thinking there.
you're doing a
You're
lot of
trying not
things
to
Yeah.
play
here.
out
Somebody
of
said something in
tune.
the
You're trying
You're
not
trying to
to
calculate
play out of
everything.
tune. You're trying to calculate
Yeah,
everything.
so music is
Mm,
just
Yeah,
like
so
exactly.
the
music
best thing
is
that
just
happened to me in my
it's
life. I'm so
like the best
grateful.
thing that happened to
Like
me in
if
my
I
life.
come to
I'm
this
so
world
grateful. Like if I
next
come to
time,
this world
I'm
You're
actually
gonna
going
choose
to
it
next time,
all over again.
do
I'm
music
actually
again. Like no
going
regrets
to do
at
music
all.
again.
The
Like
only
Mm,
no
thing I'm
regrets
regretting is
at
that
all.
maybe I didn't start
mm.
The only
envelope.
time
I
I'm
didn't start
regretting is that maybe I didn't start envelope.
on
I
the
didn't
right
start
approach.
on the
That's
right
the only thing
approach.
I will regret.
The right approach.
If I
That's
happen
the
to
only
do
thing
it
I will
again,
regret.
I'm going to
If I
correct
happen to
that.
do it again,
And my
I'm going to correct
children, they
that.
have no
And my
choice.
children, they
Next.
have no
You
choice.
know, don't go
Next.
there. It's so obvious.
So honestly,
Okay, so I was
So
I'm grateful
honestly,
for music.
I
That's
was
the
I
short
was
of
I
it.
was
Yeah.
looking at
I'm
the fact
grateful for music. That's the shit of it. Yeah.
I was looking at the fact that, you know, not everybody has this opportunity you had. I mean, starting from a very early beginning. So, you know, what do you say to people in that term class. Maybe they just developed interest. Maybe they were pushed, or because I've seen somebody say something to somebody, and like the person was telling the person, you need to learn an instrument. And I was actually there, and I was like, okay. And he was telling the lady, the young girl, he said, because you will make money. There's money in instruments. There's money in instruments. And funny enough, this girl is just a young girl of 9. You make money. See, there's money in instruments. And I feel like
honestly,
that's the wrong mindset.
I would say that's the wrong mindset.
And
that's a wrong orientation. It's a wrong.
And if you
you
start
won't
with
achieve
that,
anything.
you won't achieve anything.
Exactly.
Because
Let me see, how can I play? Can I go for
let me see, how can I play now? Can I go for DJ? Can I
When I started, I didn't even know what gig
When I
was.
started, I didn't even know what gig was.
Like people don't be, I was just hearing the term
Like people don't be, I was getting them,
So I
Yeah.
said, having the mindset
So,
of I want to learn because of
I had having the mindset of I want to learn
the wrong way
make
to start.
money.
When I started, there was nothing like I
the
didn't
wrong
even know what gigs.
when I started, there was nothing like I didn't know what gigs.
When I
didn't know what
people talking
was
about
gigs.
When
I just kept talking about I'm looking there.
like I was later on I that, oh wow, because
Like I could later realize that, oh wow, that can make money
so
from this thing.
that would have been part of the motivation, but that was not what I started with. I started because I loved
I said because I love it.
like every
Because
time
I
I came
wanted
out from school I had to
like
church,
every time I come out from school, I had
to go and practice.
church
Then I leave home. I won't leave
to
home
go and
tonight.
practice. Then I leave home. I will leave
So it
home
was
tonight.
just having that
So it
mindset,
was just
honestly,
having that
trust me, you will spend 3 months about it.
Trust me, you spend 3 months on it.
Yeah, because you're because you won't. So coming to people who want to learn at a tender, not early age. What do you say about them?
Early age.
Like I said, not everybody has this opportunity you had starting from a very beginning. So maybe when people maybe in their adult stage intend to learn.
Honestly, the best time to learn
the best time to
is
learn
when you're young.
is when you're young.
When you're young. Like I feel like then you have all the time. You don't have much responsibility.
You don't have much
As an adult, you have responsibilities.
As an adult,
You have to work to get money. And when you're learning,
to get money. When you're learning, you can't have any
so
income
how
when
do
you're
you
learning.
pay your bills? So I feel
So how do you pay your
that's
bills?
one thing.
So I feel
But I picked
that's
up
one
an
thing.
instrument lately,
But
guitar.
I picked up an instrument
But
next to
I
guitar.
have been so consistent. So I was not
But
imagining.
I have been so
Imagine I picked up
consistent. So I was like, imagine I picked up one by this
Mama, you playing
Hey, mama, you playing
like,
Dubai.
honestly, the best
Like,
to play.
honestly, the best
If you're an
time to
adult,
play
it's not
when you're young. And if you're an adult, it's not like you can't do it,
it's quite
but
a lot
just so that
from you.
it's
So
quite a lot
are you ready
from you. So are you ready
put a lot
To sacrifice a whole lot.
to put
are
a
you
lot?
ready?
Are you
Because
ready?
it's not a matter of choice. If you have bills to
Because
pay,
it's not a matter of if you have bills to pay, you can't sit down to one thing.
you have to work.
Yeah.
No, you have to work. You have to, but if not, your landlord is going to control your house.
So learn as an adult.
So learn as an adult.
But it's not a reason not to learn.
But it's not a reason not to learn.
You just have to put more.
Yeah.
You just have to do more.
But they'll always be different. Even somebody said something.
Yeah,
Somebody said most of the greatest musicians
Like
across the
this guy,
world.
the white guy, I don't know how to
guys,
do it. You see a
the white
child
guys,
of
I don't know how to do it.
three.
You see a child of 2, 3, playing.
Anu, when I look at this kids up in the abroad, especially this Chinese, I feel like these ones are they wizard, are they witch? Because how the hell are they doing this?
But at a point, someone
I feel like
In fact, at a point, someone maybe they are doing
I don't
charm.
understand why.
I've seen
Because I don't understand why.
3 years old child play, but actually they play instrument there like
Actually,
they're
they play
communicating, honestly.
instrument there like they're
Like a language
communicating,
to them.
honestly. Like a language.
Exactly. I think that's one of the
Just like when it comes,
It doesn't go through any school before it starts.
it
It's
doesn't
just
go
because
through
it's something that
it's just
like their way of
something
life,
like
their culture.
so it's like their way of life.
Automatically,
Exactly.
listening to instrument from why she was
Listening to instrument from
a lot of the child will come out and not love music.
a lot of the child will come out and not love
And
music.
you love music, exactly.
So it's like
environment.
Yeah,
the environment.
And
The environment.
Environment.
And I envy them. I envy them.
Most times I look at them and I'm like, God, when I have kids, I can't wait for my kids to
Learning music is not an option for my children.
Learning music
God
is
knows.
not an option for my children. God knows. Yeah.
it's not an option, it is compulsory. It is compulsory.
Yeah.
But you know, looking at that, what if, yeah, I know, I understand what you're saying, but what if maybe they just don't find themselves doing it? Like, mom,
No.
and you know, it's not.
No, see, the thing is, I'm not saying
I'm not saying you do it as a career.
You have to do it.
But just
a child of 3 years cannot dictate.
A child of 3 years cannot dictate.
Before you start making
yeah.
I said before you start making
so I feel like, an environment of music. There's no how.
An environment of music. There's no how.
There's no how they grow up to not.
There's no how they grow up to not like. They're not saying they have to be professionally.
That's be part of it.
That's be a part of it. I mean,
I get you. I'm trying to look at our time, because you said you have a session by 11, so I'm trying to beat up time. So I just wanted to, you know, say some things to our agenda. Who feel like, you know, we already said at the beginning, because it's a whole lot for me. It's a whole lot. I can imagine, because I'm trying to pick my words.
What do you say?
I said I want you to say some things to the same gender, like our gender, our female gender, coming to picking an instrument. I mean, I just feel like we just need to be on track. We need to look at this, our International Women's Day theme for this year. You know, we talked about breaking the bad. And I think this is question for today.
The old female stuff is actually changing. Women are actually changing. Women are actually doing wow. You'll be like, wow. Like I feel like this year I got to play with this year I got to play with
an all-female band.
I think I saw that, and I was
honestly,
I was like, wow.
Like, did you understand my joy? Like, I was so happy. I feel like at home. I feel like it's not like I'm not going to do this, but I just feel like wow. I just feel like wow. I'm only getting this same gender. I usually get for gigs. Like I'm always like, and I go for gigs. Like I'm always like the only lady there. The main lady most of the time. Only lady there. Most of the time. So the other, although my specialty is the other, just not much. Like just few people.
So how do you encourage ladies out there? How do you encourage them?
Like
just try. Just try. I don't know. Some have this feeling of make you look like a tomboy. It requires a lot of honesty. You have to be able to cut down your passion.
Cut down your
passion, makeup and all.
When I mean
if you are all about
makeup and all, if you are all about
you can't be doing that. It's not possible. For violin, I know. For violin, I know. For guitar, you can't be when if you are playing the flute, you can't be when because you feel comfortable. Because you feel comfortable. Many women are scared to play instrument because of a lot of things.
Many women are scared to play instrument because of a lot of things.
But I mean, if you can do like, what's really going to be?
I mean, if you can do like, what's really going to be? Very more interesting. Like, let's break this bias of only guys be the one.
Let's just break it.
Like I said, it's part of my vision.
And the problem, like you said, is because the big problem there is because we have failed to just sacrifice something. Because I believe majorly people. I'm not trying to talk down on fashion. I'm not trying to talk down on fashion, but I feel like there are more to existence. There are more to existence.
So imagine you have to do something and you have to
don't do makeup. How long? Like.
How long? Like. You need to deny yourself.
You just need to
deny yourself. It's just part of being a musician.
Exactly. So I'm trying to look. I'm not trying to be religious here. Just trying to. when you say you give your life to Jesus, just leave some things to be with him. That is it. That is it. You just have to leave some things to just music. If you want to marry it, you just have to.
No,
you just have to. You just have to.
You have to do it though, but you have to cut it.
Yeah, you have to cut it. It's not gonna be consistent like you used to do before.
You just have to cut it.
It's not gonna be. So you said you still have the passion of having a certificate, being certified in music, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
And do you think? And do you think Nigeria can give you what you want?
Nah.
I doubt it.
Nah.
I doubt it because for me, I feel like, what do they have to offer you?
Yeah, we don't have,
like, because we don't
have much platform to learn.
It can be discouraging.
It can be discouraging.
Yeah, it can be discouraging.
You don't have much platform to learn.
It can be so discouraging.
It's
not our thing.
Especially for the Western instrument.
It's just not our thing.
It's not our culture. It's just not our different thing. It's not our culture.
It's not our culture.
It's not our culture.
It just, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I was talking to the person. Okay, I think I was playing a classical music. So the person was like,
nice.
I'm feeling sleepy, and I was like, you're feeling sleepy. He said, I don't like what you're playing. What?
You got to play sometimes. You got to giving classical music and you can dance to the face of your listener downward. They're bored. That's why now you see people picking things up, not just classical music. You try to actually play what they can do. So when you go out serenade, I remember my first experience of performing, like serenade.
Like I was
if I want to, I still hope to break
speaking while I'm speaking. I you know like
speaking while I'm
like you know
okay.
Like you know you just coming, everyone I just want to come and play.
I do my thing. I just go.
Let's say. Because I'm out of like.
Yeah, so now, like, just have to come out.
Yeah, so now, like, just have to come out of that chill. The way you're playing. The way you're playing. Like, I can actually say that.
Watching my performance.
My performance, like, where I perform now, and comparing it to, like, last year or last year, like, I know I've been doing a lot.
Yeah, and that's consistency.
Like, I know I can confidently come to you now.
Even that, like, play.
And what I got,
you know,
like,
actually like
when you do that. When you do that face,
yes,
the content,
yes.
So
I really
it doesn't.
So I really do that, and that's essential. So
everything.
So you
just know everything.
Don't stick to
quick one.
Don't stick to classical. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So quick one before we round up. We have just 6 minutes more. So, you know, you said something at the start. You starting in a church. Listen to your music, the way you serenade. For me, I feel like this girl is just all rounder because you do pop. I was watching the video of is it Leah Sings? Was it Leah Sings? Leah Sings.
Leah.
Or Leah Sings.
Yeah.
Music.
So Leah music. The band.
So I was listening to your solo, and I was like, this girl.
Honestly, it didn't start. It
didn't start just like that.
Yeah.
I can remember when I usually.
I feel like how are you able to touch?
But I don't try to upload the video.
But I don't try to upload the video on YouTube channel or on YouTube.
Something like
I feel like I'm still gonna do something like just make
it doesn't come like that.
It doesn't come like that. It comes with like you have to be deliberate that you want to learn this thing. We started to play
my school.
MTU.
So I played the worship team.
So I played the worship team. I know it's right. Violin.
It's not that
amongst bands. It's not that you see people having violin in the band. Like I feel like
generally violin.
I feel like generally violin amongst them. There's this segregation among
they have this thing of
violin can't work here. Just now you feel like People doing a lot of things about it.
Like you only try to
And
find
it wasn't like that before.
Like you only try to find the band, piano, guitar, bass
but
guitar,
now
a lot of things.
Yeah.
But now violin is into this world.
so my
And
me being able to play other genres of music,
being able
just
to
like
play
that.
other kinds of music,
But I didn't
didn't
know.
just
That
like that.
I was just like,
But I didn't
what
know.
am I even
Yeah,
doing?
that I was like, what am I
I
even
was
doing? Like, what?
consistent.
But
Like I said,
I was
I started
consistent. Like I
learning
said,
to
I
play
started
along with music
learning to
in
play
my
along
school.
with
So I played
music
with the
in my school.
band, so I
So I
just
played
played
with
along.
the
Then
band,
learned
so I
how to
just
style
did from
YouTube.
there, then
So
after start
I feel like
YouTube.
I'm not
Oh,
where I
I
want
feel like
to be.
I'm not really how I want to
It's a
be.
continuous process.
So
So the
it's
more
a
you do
continuous
it,
process.
the more you
So
get
the
better
more
at it.
you do it,
You have to
the
be
more you get
conscious
better at it.
about it.
You
You
have
have
to
to
be
discover
conscious
how can
about
I
it.
freestyle? How can I
People just
freestyle?
think,
Like
how can I
you have to be
freestyle? How
consistent
can I
with it.
freestyle?
You
Like,
have to deliberate
you have to be
with it.
consistent with it.
You have to be able to listen to
with
music
it. You have
and
to
try
be
not
able
to
to
play the
listen to
melody.
music and try not to play
You're
melody.
like you're listening to a song now. Try not to play
You know,
try not
like
to play
you're listening to a song now.
what
Try
you're
not to play
hearing. Try to play
what you're
something else.
hearing.
But that will
Try to
fit
play
in.
something else. But that will fit in.
Just
So
improvise.
more of the
You
list
get
will help.
so more of you will help. Try to listen. Right. Yeah.
Wow, what a session. I really love this. We're so glad to have Anu. Anu is a bunch of talent. I must say that. I keep saying that over again because Anu is so intelligent. Intelligent. I'm so glad. So I don't know if you have any other thing to touch base. I mean to just say maybe you have
Do
one
I
or two
have what?
things to say out to your people.
Do I have what?
Maybe you have anything to say to your people out there. Maybe one or two things
Yeah.
before we round up.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for loving me. Thank you guys
Thank you guys
for
for
support.
loving me. Thank you guys
Thank you for
support.
like literally sometimes when I open
Thank
my
you for
DMs,
like
guys,
literally
you
the
just
time
get
of
compliment
again,
like it
guys. You just get
the one
compliment,
thing to be
like you
honest.
keep the one
Can't
thing
do
I
with
keep
you
doing
guys.
it.
Then
Mm.
for
I can't
those that are
lose you
looking up
guys.
to
Then
me,
for
like
those that are looking
don't
up to
give
me,
up, honestly.
nobody
Nobody
give up,
started as being
honestly.
good.
Nobody started
Everybody started as
being
good
good.
now.
Everybody started
So I
as
don't know if you
that.
put your mind into it.
So I don't know
I know
if
what
you
you
mind.
want.
I know what you want.
And just try, don't try not to be
And
distracted. Just
just
focus.
try, just not
And feel
distracted.
your
Just
please.
focus.
Let's do
I feel
better.
like please,
Please.
let's do better.
Do more.
Like,
And I know, please work on that band you want to create or that ensemble
what?
for female. Don't forget
What?
what you said you wanted to
No,
start
I
off
have
for females,
like
for female musicians.
No,
this as well.
like I have a vision, like
establishment. Like
establishment,
not just strictly female, though. Like
not
like
just
I
keeping
I
female,
see
like
this orientation of
I need
just
also need
female
a
play.
you know female
And I think
play.
I'm working in that line because most of my
And I
students
think
right
I'm
now they
working
are
with that.
female.
Like, most of my students right now are female.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it's just a
Yeah.
You
matter of time. There's a
understand?
lot to be
So
there's
it's
a
just
lot
a
to be
matter of time.
accomplished. It's just the time.
There's a lot to be accomplished.
Yeah.
It's just the time we need.
I know, right? I get it. Okay. So thank you for coming on board. I know
Thank you.
it's
Thank you
so
for having
beautiful to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So we hope that when we call you, you are gonna show up. So
Yeah, sure.
yeah, so we just keep you stay. We love you, Anna. Thank you so
I love
much.
you. I didn't
All right, super glad to have
Thank you
been
guys for
here.
getting it.
Wow, you really
Thank you
do
guys
like
for like
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
really
I appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Anu. Have a great
Bye.
day ahead.
Yeah.
And to our
Bye.
viewers, thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
We love you. See you some other time. Bye.
Bye.